What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT, and we're here. It's Leeds United versus Chelsea. El Grandemos Machipos. The big game, the big one. Leeds United, of course, in dire need of a win still. Just 6 points off of the drop. West Ham, of course, have got Man United. You never know when their run of form is going to go out. So a win today is something that is definitely on the agenda for Leeds United, or at least needs to be on the agenda for Leeds United. Otherwise, we could find ourselves in serious trouble in the midst of what is a very...
Well, their link-up was really important in the win over Napoli. Here's João Pedro now.
Why? Fix that 1 second. Yeah, there you go. That is not what I intended at all. Matty Taylor Gaming. Yo, what's cooking, my guy? What's cooking? Good looking. How are you doing? How are you doing today, my friend? How are you feeling? You got some good feelings about this game right now. It should be a very interesting one for the neutrals also, of course, Leeds versus Chelsea. We always seem to have a bit of a fire burner, especially when it's at Ellen Road. Stamford Bridge, maybe not quite as much, but still, nonetheless, another great stadium to go to and another phenomenal opportunity for a cracking match of football for the casuals. And of course, if you are in any way affiliated with any of these two clubs, then it's a little bit more than that for you. It's a bit of a historic rivalry, a historic clash, this one that gets forgotten a little bit. Leeds United versus Chelsea. It's always a very ugly one. Fix that and then why are we here? Okay, here we go. Signature U3D 3-3. Hoping for a good result, man. I take a draw now. The lineup worries me, unfortunately. Desi Fordonado. Well, actually, it's a very good point. We can actually have a little look at this lineup in just a second here. Actually, I think I figured out, by the way, guys, what was causing my internet to bug out so much in recent days. Now, it's my computer that's bugging out instead. As soon as I fix the internet, now my computer is actually lagging. What is going on with my computer? Why is it lagging so much? What the heck is going on? Sorry if you are getting lag for a second. My computer will fix itself very, very shortly, I'm sure. It is literally lagging around all over the gaff right now. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on. Let me just try and fix this. Okay, hopefully that works a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. My computer seems like it's not quite bugging around as much. This screen is still causing me a lot of problemos, though. But yeah, let's have a little look at the lineup now that we talk about it. What's your score predictions, Alfie? I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds United. I just feel like we need this win. More than Chelsea need this win. And it's something that we're just going to sneak over the line. But it's going to be a close game. Now that we do look at the lineup, it's a very interesting looking lineup. It's got Bornau, Roden and Bijol in a back three. We've got Ilya Gruev and Ethan Ampadu in the midfield too. Even though he had a great game against Forest, you know how I feel about Tanaka not being in that midfield. Goodmanson at left wing back, Justin at right wing back, and then we've got Aronson and Bogle just behind the striker. Now that boggles the mind. When you look at Leeds' defence and you've got Buonanotte, the guy who we were trying to scout in the summer, the guy who we've brought in to be our creative outlet in attacking areas, right? He's been replaced, or he's been left on the bench for Jayden Bogle in an advanced attacking area. Longstaff not being selected. You then look further down. You've got Dan James, another lethal attacker who really added some dynamism, much needed dynamism when he came on, not being selected for Jayden Bogle in attacking areas. Pirot being dropped for Jayden Bogle in attacking areas. Okafor not on the pitch for Jayden Bogle in that wide attacking area. And Wilfred Gnonto, probably the most criminal of them all, not getting any minutes right now, being dropped to have Jayden Bogle in that attacking 10/8 role, an inside top midfielder. Very, very, very unorthodox, weird lineup from Leeds, and we'll have to see how it all unfolds, won't we? Let's get this scrolled down so that we can see the rest of the table around us. There we go. As things stand, Tottenham Hotspur still drawing. If we were to get a good result today, we could, hypothetically, take over Tottenham Hotspur in the table, but we'll have to wait and see how things unfold on that one. Of course, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. How do you think we're going to do? How do you think Leeds are going to get on? How do you think Chelsea are going to get on today? Please, please, please let me know. I don't want to open that. Hopefully when I close this, it doesn't close my whole TikTok. No, it hasn't. Okay, there we go. We're still cooking. We're still cooking. Good looking. We're still cooking in the geezer. Leeds, Leighton. Leeds indeed. Leeds indeed. Physical team. Perfect. Perfect, really? But listen, we'll have to see. It's a decent spell from Leeds United here as Bogle hoops the ball back in. I mean, I guess Bogle being in that attacking area as opposed to someone else does give you a lot more defensive stability when he does track back and try and cover. It's almost as if he's shielding in and making midfield three at times next to Ampadu and, of course, Gruev. And then when we're attacking, he's kind of pressing forward into that inside forward role. It's a very interesting dynamic because I'm seeing him in right forward and I'm also seeing him when we're tracking back to defend the ball at centre back at times. So it's a very, very interesting dynamic. We're going to have to wait and see how this unfolds, of course. But it should, in theory, in pure theory, give us a lot more defensive stability. But we'll have to wait and see how everything unfolds on that one, of course. If you can, of course, share the stream. Always very much appreciated, my friends. Always very much appreciated as Leeds United go on another attack here. Ay, ay, ay. Let's get that a little bit wider on my screen. Vindog! Go Leeds on. Way. How you doing, Vindog? Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, if you will. Vin Diesel. Decent spell there. Jayden Bogle holds off his man. Gives it straight. Sorry, that's James Justin. My monitor cut off there. Used to seeing Bogle in that right-sided defensive position there. Bogle's the mind that he's so far up the pitch, but James Justin just gives the ball straight to Cole Palmer there. I think the referee has given us a free kick. He has given us a free kick in the end. A little foul on James Justin. Good man, who you? Who you, Vindog? I am a guy called James. A geezer with a lamb roll tweezer. Oh, that's a naughty foul on That's a naughty foul on the Metcha there. Get him off the pitch. Look at that. He's just gone and threw him there. No, I'm doing very well, mate. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. And I would be doing even better if Leeds United were able to slay Chelsea once more and get us 3 points. We all are Leeds indeed, free spirit. We all are Leeds indeed. We all love Leeds and we all are Leeds. Let's get that thing. For sure. No Adam. Alvin! Thank you for the follow, my man. Appreciate you. W's in the chat for Alvin. Oh, it's flicked on. And the akimbo slice method of drilling that ball into the box for the first man has not worked. What's the formation? You never really know these days with Leeds, do you? Because it says on paper it is 3-4-2-1 with Bogle and Aronson, the two behind the striker. But as I look at our lineup right here, I'm seeing Ilya Gruev in a false 9 position, pressing down the fullback, while Brendan Aronson is covering in holding midfield. Jayden Bogle I've seen in right forward, I've seen him in centre-back, I've seen him in right midfield. So the formation that it tells us we're playing is very different to the formation we actually play in-game. It's not a very rigid formation. It's quite a fluid kind of thing, which could work to our favour. But it could also lead to our detriment if players are caught out of position and lose a little bit of focus on there. Are you on TNT or a website? I am on TNT. Well, I'm actually on Virgin Go TV because I get TNT through my internet provider, which happens to be Virgin, who were the best value for money deal in my area. Although they did recently update it, a new company came in. I think it's like a Swedish startup company. I think they're using OpenReach lines, to be honest, and they have added full fiber optic cables to my area, which is something fantastic and definitely down the line something to look into when, of course, this current membership ends, because we currently have fiber optic up to the cabinet. And then I believe, if I believe correctly, it is copper cabling from the cabinet to, obviously, our house, or my house, where the internet comes through. Whereas full fiber optic means full fiber optic lines up to your cable box in your house. Predictions, Lewis? I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be 2-1. I don't think this is going to be a goal fest. I think it's going to be a tight game. I hope it's an exciting game. It's already looking relatively decent from a Leeds perspective. We're keeping a little bit of composure and having a little foothold on the ball. But, of course, that doesn't really mean all too much if you're not able to convert this little bit of pressure into a goal. That could be a free kick in a dangerous attacking area there. And it is a free kick. He picks up a yellow card, does the Chelsea man. He's fouled Brendan Aronson as he was storming through on goal there. I mean, you do just look at our attack right now, and you see a lack of quality, don't you? Nemecha and Jayden Bogle as part of that attacking three. It's not really something that titillates you as a Leeds fan, looking like, okay, we're going to create some serious chances today. Now, you change that with a bit of Wilfred Gnonto, a bit of Buonanotte in there. Maybe you're talking my language a little bit more. I wouldn't even hate not playing the Nemecha and playing Brendan Aronson in the 9 with Gnonto and Buonanotte, or Okafor and Buonanotte behind him. I think there would just be a lot of dynamism within that. Or even Okafor in the number 9 and Aronson and Buonanotte behind him. I think it just would add so much flow and dynamism. All three of them rotating around, because they can all play up front, they can all play in the 10, they can all play out wide, so they would have a lot of fluid movement between them. But he's gone for a more defensively sound one, the Metro, of course, for the set pieces, and a little bit of hold-up play up front, and Jayden Bogle, who can track back and cover in the midfield. The free kick does come in. It was a yellow card for Achapong, by the way, and the free kick has glided straight into the hands of Robert Sanchez. You know, I've been talking about how we need a win, obviously, in this game, and a win would be fantastic to alleviate the pressure that's coming behind us, because even though we're already on 29 points, technically 30 right now, I do feel like you're going to need a lot more points to survive. Like, if you compare this to the season we just survived relegation, right? We were sat on around 34 points with a few games to go. We're only 4 points off that now, as things stand, with obviously this draw intact, if not 5 points off that. And we only needed about 36 to 38 points to survive last year. So if you're looking at it from this perspective and say, we need 3 more wins in our next 13 games, including this game, you should think that's pretty feasible from a Leeds United perspective, right? But I feel like you're going to need a lot more than that to survive this year. I think we're potentially talking 41, 42 points. If West Ham keep up the momentum they're on, they're 23 points right now. Can you see them picking up 15 points potentially in the next 13 games? It's not completely out of the realms of possibility. 15 out of a possible 35. It's not a crazy return. Out of a possible 39 even. So I think you're going to need a lot of points to survive this year. What about you guys? How do you guys feel about it? Welcome, JT, Liverpool FC boy. Kapor, Marx Catal. How are you guys all doing today? You don't hate the lineup. It's just interessante. How do you guys feel about Leeds this season so far? We started off horrifically. We had a terrible summer transfer window, and the January one wasn't much better. Let's be honest here. So obviously, we went from maybe being optimistic about surviving and sneaking around the middle pack of the table to being just all focused on just stay in the league from before the first ball was kicked in the Premier League. Realistically, that was our target, and we went through a really, really rough spell early on in the season. We now sit here, 26 games played, 30 points. How comfortable / confident are you feeling as a Leeds fan right now? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling comfortable that we'll survive? Because a lot of people say, yeah, like everyone I speak to that isn't a Leeds fan, yeah, you'll be fine. You play good football. But we've seen a lot more that goes into this team than most people who catch the odd game. We've seen a lot of things being repeated. We've seen good times, bad times, and we also know what it's like to be Leeds United. If there is any team that can clutch defeat from the jaws of victory, as proven against Newcastle earlier on in the season, it is Leeds United. Let's be honest here. We are one of the most cursed clubs in the history of football. So, how you guys feeling? 7 out of 10? Smash the likes for Passive. More Arsenal, my man. Great to have you in here. How you doing today? W in the chat for you. 7 out of 10. Smash Mermaid. 7 out of 10. I'm not hating it. 7 out of 10. I'm not hating it. Leaning into it. 30 points is decent. I mean, if we got a result today, I would definitely be 7 out of 10 myself. If we got a win today, 32 points, put the pressure on them. Go above Brighton for the time being, at least. I would be I would definitely be a 7 out of 10 if we were to do something phenomenal and get a win today. You know, if we got a win today, as things stand, we would be right up there with Newcastle, Bournemouth, Sunderland, everyone. You know, that's how quick things can turn. We get a loss today, Forest win, West Ham win, we're 3 points off the drop. We get a win today, could go up to 14th. We could be 1 point behind, 1 point behind Newcastle if other things went our way. We could be just behind Bournemouth, just behind Everton. It's a crazy old thing that could happen in these next 70 minutes. This table could look vastly different. There's a lot of very interesting games going on. Leeds are playing, Spurs are playing, Bournemouth are playing, Newcastle are playing, Everton are playing, and Chelsea, of course, who we're playing right now, are playing. Feel more comfortable after we beat Forest. We pulled away from them. That's good. Yep. I'm pretty confident. Still Aljas. Like to hear it. We're ahead of the curve, signature. Just about, though. Just about. We're just edging above the curve as Chelsea ripping a free kick, which was never really going to trouble anyone. They go short, and it swung in straight to João Pedro, who whiffs the shot. Ball now is there in time, and it goes straight to the keeper. Yo, remember me, Apple user? How can I not, mate? How can I not? With a name like Apple user 862335. I mean, it just screams uniqueness. Now, of course, I'm joking. Of course, I remember you, my friend. How are you doing today? I watched it in the championship. You did indeed, mate. You did indeed. How you doing? How is everything good? Yeah, good. You having a good day? I'm glad to hear it, mate. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, I haven't seen your name in a while. Maybe I know I took a couple months where I was very inactive for a lot of things. I'm just starting to get back into the mojo of things. But yeah, I haven't spoken to you in a while. How's life been treating you, mate? How's life been treating you? Family good, work good, school good. Hey JT, I'm fairly confident we'll stay up, but I don't think we'll get many points in the next 3 games. Flash clog. Well, you gotta hope we do. You gotta hope we do. I mean, that's how you get ahead of the curve. You talk about being ahead of the curve. This is how you get ahead of a curve. You win today in a game that is very difficult for you to win. Not many people are expecting to. Chelsea have been on a great run of form. Feasibly possible that ends today against Leeds. We nick a 1-0 or something like that. And all of a sudden, we're sat there on 14th points. We're in and around Palace or Tottenham. Maybe they lose a couple of games. And then we have the ability to then potentially drop some points in the upcoming fixtures, which, of course, are not pretty for anyone. We've got City coming up and Newcastle, of course. So we've definitely got, not Newcastle, sorry, Sunderland. So we've definitely got some tough games coming around the corner for Leeds. And if we get ourselves in and around that pact and pull away from that relegation zone ever so slightly, hope that maybe, it's very weird to say, hang on, Chelsea have a free kick here. Enzo plays the 1-2. Drills the shot, it's deflected, and it's swept up by Carl Darlow. Little decent spell of pressure here for Chelsea. But as I was saying, if we are able to get ourselves ahead of that pact a little bit, or into that middle of the road pack with Palace, Brighton, Spurs, Fulham, Newcastle, Bournemouth, maybe West Ham lose to Man United and we have a little gap and we have the ability to drop points, but we've messed up instantaneously, as I've said that, because João Pedro is in there. Leeds United's defence go to sleep like they've taken 50 cc's of sleeping pills. I don't know the name of any sleeping pills. I haven't taken any in a hot minute. But I'm going to need some painkillers after that one, because that one has shot an arrow straight through my heart. It's João Pedro, it's Chelsea 1, Leeds United 0, and our defence has crumbled like a hot bag of chips falling into a bag. I don't know why I said that. My lines are not flowing. I'm not like your local Weatherspoons right now. Let's have a look. Could it potentially be offside? That's our only saving grace here. No, he's well onside. Bornau's playing him on. Shocking defending. 1 through ball. Great touch by João Pedro. Dinks it round and over the on-rushing Caldalo, and Leeds United are already in a muy dangeroso position. Shocking defending. Not the kind of goal you want to give away. Caldalo nowhere near him. Bornau nowhere near him. Skinned. And it's 1-0 Chelsea, and Rossinha wheels off in celebration as Rodon remonstrates with Ampadu and Bogle. I mean, what is this lineup now that you're thinking about it? Now we need some goals. This is the problem with this kind of lineup. We need some damn goals. This is not going to help us create, which is allowing Chelsea to just pile as much pressure on as they want because we've got nothing going forward. You got Sky TV. Remember when I broke my controller? Which controller was that? Was that your Fire Stick controller? I don't think it would have been your PS5 controller. Was it your Fire Stick controller? Because I may have remembered something like that. Oh, shut up, mate. Shut up. Perry would have saved that. Shut your mouth, mate. Honestly. You want to beg off Rafinha? You're going to do this, do that. Shut up. He would have saved it. Perry would have flipping flopped to the floor 5 minutes before João Pedro even got that, mate. He would have been rooted to his spot. I'd rather have flip it. Now, if you tell me grief in goal, that was actually that would have been a grief special right there. That would have been a grief special if he was in net. Get out of here, mate. Honestly, what a stupid goal to concede. And it's funny, mate. You know what? You want to pop in the chat now, my friend. You want to pop in the chat now. When your team were getting absolutely classed and sliced and slashed all over the gaff at Ellen Road. Didn't hear a peep out of you, my son. Now you want to come flying in. I know your game, mate. I see your game, bro. I see your game. I love you, of course. Of course, my love for you is endless, but I see your game, fella. I see your game. Rice Francis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, my friend. Oh, your PS4 controller. Damn. We playing FIFA or something? Flippin' heck, I do remember something about that. Leeds 1-0 up. Oh, my days, I'm such an idiot. Sorry. We got 2-0, huh? Oh, my days, I'm such a muppet. Oh, my head is gone. The game's gone. My head's gone. I put Leeds 1-0 up. Oh, my days. I'm living in the past, mate. Well, there you go. All that waffling about how Leeds could potentially push ourselves up the table today is completely irrelevant. Because we're now 1-0 down, and we're going to be back down, probably 3 points off the drop by the time the weekend rolls around. Because West Ham will probably beat Man U. They're really pretty dog water, if we're being frankly honest about it. West Ham will probably beat them. And we'll be back to being 3 points off the drop. Forest will probably get a win. And everything will be straight back pressure on us. We've got to hope Tottenham, of course, also lose today just to keep someone in and around us, huh? What happened to the good performance last time we played them? Ellen Road, mate, different kettle of fish, mate. And, it's very rare you have 2 back-to-back great performances against a side like Chelsea. Very, very rare. But it's just the lineup also, man. I don't like the lineup. You look at the lineup we had last time we played them compared to now. It's chalk and cheese, mate. Chalk and cheese. This lineup is not cooking, mate. It's not cooking. You genuinely made me think we were winning there. Sorry, Callum, mate. Sorry, Callum. Got to keep you on the edge of your toes, you see there. Thank you for the follow. My G no string. What happened to the good performance? As I said, different game. Different frame. Could get battered tonight. Not gonna lie. Nah, it's not an Arsenal. We're actually controlling a bit of the foothold of the ball, and here comes ball now. Absolutely blazing down the right hand side. He's skinned his man. He's got the ball across. That could be a pen ref. He hasn't given it. Ilya Gruev has sliced the ball back. I don't know who he's slicing the ball there to, Cammy. But that could have been a little bit of an interesting one for Leeds United there. Oh, apologies. Didn't mean to do that.
Huge chance, Malagusto.
Also didn't mean to do that.
This is the 1.5 line. There's a foul.
Chill out, McManaman, mate. Chill out, McManaman. I ain't trying to hear you, fella. I ain't trying to hear you, mate. You're trying to get me vac banned. Calm down, McManaman, mate. Calm down, will ya? Jack City and Leeds and Matty Foster made the journey down. Did they really? Flipping heck, what geezers, mate. What geezers. How did they get tickets, actually? I would have loved to have gone to this game. That journey down for them is...
They are to the referee.
Hey, chill out again. Yeah, that journey down for them is a long journey. For me, that's a 50-minute journey right there. That's closer than going to Ellen Road. Considerably closer than going to Ellen Road. How the heck did they get tickets, mate? I'd have loved to have gone to this game. I went to the cup game at the Bridge, and it was a phenomenal away day experience, especially because you get extra fans. So we had the whole South Stand or whatever it was. Yeah, mate. I'd have loved to go there. I do occasionally. I haven't done for a while on Twitch. I need to get back into the Twitch game, my friend. I'm twitching for some action on that platform. Twitching for it. Do 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 do. We all love Leeds. We all love Leeds. We all love Leeds. Don't we all? You're only here to watch the Leeds. You're only here to watch the Leeds. Oh, here we go. They're running behind. I actually do recall something about the Easter Bunny guy. And if I remember correctly, if anyone told me, you know what, if anyone's told me to watch something about the Easter Bunny guy, I would presume it's Andy. Because if there's one person who's always telling me what I should be watching and educating me on a lot of things, it would be my boy Andy, wouldn't it? So, potentially. I remember some vague thing about that, but that was probably a year ago now, so I apologise if my memory isn't too thing. Chelsea had a shite lineup last time, though, with a lot of injuries. True. If I remember correctly, Cole Palmer was just getting back into the squad when we played them last time. He is, of course, a regular fixture now. That was, of course, although you say that, they also had Caicedo out, which is a big suspension because we played them just after they played Arsenal, which definitely helped us in the midfield battle for sure. But they were on a great run of form. They were about a few points off Arsenal. They were in a title race at the time. Let's not forget that. They were self-applaudedly in a title race. They had just drawn with Arsenal. Can't remember if it was at the Bridge or the Emirates, but they had just drawn with Arsenal. Caicedo got sent off. They actually had 10 men for a lot of that game and still managed to draw against Arsenal. And then we went and played them 3 days later and absolutely dusted them at Ellen Road. They just can't hack the atmosphere. Is that what it is? We got back to this formation, man. Why we got back to this formation is tragic. How are we playing, Josh? Not the best, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Chelsea again on the attack. It's Cole Palmer. It's probably going to be 2-0. He's whiffed it, thankfully. I mean, we've got so many defenders on the pitch, but yet we can't defend. We can't attack. We're not really doing anything right now. We're just sitting there and waiting for Chelsea to punish us, really. Don't know how they got tickets. Jack came down by coach and Matty by my mate's car. Oh, very nice, very nice. Shout out to your mate for giving him a lift there. Oh, no. He's dinked it in. It's João Pedro. And he's rifled it wide of the net. Very close one there. If that went in, you'd have to be thinking from a Leeds United perspective, we are in hot, hot water right about now. But thankfully, he has absolutely shanked it. Wow, he's absolutely shanked that one like a Marine. Wide of the target there. James Justin was coming in nowhere near him. Bornau sticks a leg out purely for optics. Was never going to get any connection on that ball. Less connection than my beard. Let me tell you that for free. And we don't need to talk about the connection with the hairline either. There's a reason I'm wearing this, if you catch my drift. Bloody longshore drift between my hair follicles. I tell you that for free. JT, do you know what's happened to Just Joe? Is he vanished? I haven't spoken to him. Great guy. But no, I do not. I haven't spoken to him. I do need. I've probably been meaning to reach out to him. There's been a lot of stuff that's come up in a lot of stuff that's come out, but it's no excuse. And no, I don't actually. I am uneducated on that. But whatever it is, I wish him all the best. He's a very, very great guy. Cannot say enough good words about my boy. Absolutely horrible low block. Defense is awful without strike. So I've been saying, man. Everyone's glazing Bijou. But that strike road on partnership is bellissimo. Bellissimo, my friends. As Leeds try to attack here. No pressure at all. Oh, my days. James Justin has gone forward into the attacking areas. Jaden Bogle's dropped back into the defence. James Justin is our furthest pressing player forward. Shortly followed by Gruev and Ampadu. Aronson and Ametra not really triggering a press right now. Is that Xhaka Bijou igniting the press at those front areas there? What is this? What is this team? No wonder why we look all over the gaff going defensively. We've got our centre-back starting the pressing striker just after our right-back was starting the pressing striker, while our actual striker is stood around in no man's land. Our attacking midfielders / inside forwards are stood there with their hands in their pockets. Now we've got our right-back attacking forward here. He's actually done decently well. He's pushed Cucurella to the floor and tried to slide a through ball to Brendan Aronson. Was unable to do so. Unlucky there, Jaden Bogle. Definitely contributed a little bit more than James Justin so far, I would say. You ignore me, JT. I don't waste my time anymore. But the lady dancing at the Winter Olympics went viral. Husband was none. Plus the wife looked like Sevilla Raworth. I don't ignore all of them. Thank you very much. I actually have checked out a couple back in the day. Yeah. But also, mate, bear in mind, if I'm 20 minutes into a stream, I'm talking to you in the chat, right? And you tell me to go and watch something, and then a bunch of stuff happens in the game. A lot of goals, a lot of actions that we're all talking about. And then there's something for me to talk about after the game finishes. And maybe it's like 11 o'clock at night at that point. And I'm talking about the game, I'm recording a video, then I go and edit that video. By the time all of that's done, there's a high likelihood I've potentially forgotten about what you've said. Not intentionally not looking up what you're saying. There's just only so much information I can retain when there's a lot of stimuli around. But I always seem to remember, in the long run, it's just in the moment, I will just in a different planet. But this lady dancing at the Winter Olympics went viral. Husband was nonplussed. The wife looked like Sophia Raworth. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know who Sophia Raworth is. But sounds very, very interessante, mate. Interessante. Darlow keeps kicking it out. It's so annoying, Jake Cadders. Would you keep Darlow in? Who would you put in goal? If you had a choice out of the trifecta of world-class goalkeepers that we have at our disposal, who would you be using? Need next goal or it will be a battering? I think it would be a battering, but it would be a shutout shop. Finally, a man with a bit of class. A man with a bit of class, a bit of knowledge in there. Meslier. That's what I'm talking about, my son. That's what I'm talking about. The main man, Meslier, is the guy who should be starting for Leeds United. I could not agree more. The guy is the best goalkeeper at the club. I would never have got rid of him last year. I wouldn't entertain the idea of keeping him on the reserve this year. Would never have bought Perry. Would never have got him, bro. Would never have got him. Would have kept Meslier. I liked Meslier the whole time. And you can say, oh, this is revisionist. Oh, look at this. He's waffling because we're in the Prem and because Darlow did this a past couple of games and Perry hasn't been it. You can ask anyone. You can even ask Andy because he was there for probably 90% of my streams last season in the Championship when everyone was going at Meslier. And you know, if you were watching in those days, I defended Meslier week in, week out. I used to even get pelters for defending Meslier. I think he is the best goalkeeper at the club. He's the best in terms of his with the ball at his feet, in terms of ball control at his feet. He's got the best dispersion from the back, the options of how to get the ball forward, either rolling it out, passing it. I think he's the most comfortable and fluent at that part of his game. The one problem he has is he is Mr. Flappy Hands in the box, so whenever there's crosses to be claimed, you know, I wouldn't be playing him against Arsenal, I'll put it that way. That would be muy dangeroso. But I think he's a great shop stopper at times as well. The problem with Meslier is he just has a tendency to fall asleep and just do something so stupid. You're like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? I meant make a note to watch in your leisure time. I don't expect you to multitask. Yeah, no, I should probably write it down and make a note. That is facts. I'm not gonna make an excuse to get out of that one. Not gonna make an excuse to get out of that one. Not going to make an excuse to get out of that one. Oh no, they've driven forward down the left-hand side here. I say we should play him against Birmingham to give him a chance. Wouldn't mind it, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If anyone's going back into the team, it's Lucas Perry. There's a reason he's the guy on the bench. He's going to be the one that's going to be played in that cup game. It's going to be Perry. They've spent £16 million on him. If they put Meslier back in, the board are going to have a riot, and we're going to see what's going to happen there. But I do agree with you. GSVGE, thank you for the follow, my G no string. Sophia Raworth is a classy BBC News reader. She read the news. She read News Up Look North in 1990s. Now she's down in your neck of the woods. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Big up the Sophie Raworth. Aronson looks so isolated this game. I do wonder what Nonto has done wrong. I wouldn't say because of Aronson. Listen, Hamlet Plumbing, I hear what you're saying, right? I hear where the artillery is coming from with Wilfred Nonto not playing. I see why you have slapped that gunpowder into the pistol, why you have cocked back, wheeled round the cylinder, slapped the magazine in, pulled back, and lined it up at Daniel Farke for that one. But you're lining it up at the wrong man. It is not Brendan Aronson you've got to be looking at, because he has been, okay, he's not done anything today, but he's got nothing around him. We've got no flow around him. He's actually been very good this past month. You should be lining that at Jayden Bogle. Again, nothing to do with Jayden Bogle. Why is Jayden Bogle in that wide attacking area? That is where the conversation should be asked. Why are we so desperate to get both Bogle and James Justin into the team that we're playing them both in that right attacking area? It doesn't make any sense. That's what you've got to be asking. As Everton just take the lead against Bournemouth, which has now put them above their Merseyside rivals, Liverpool. Wow. W-O-W. Weren't even expecting much, to be honest. Born now off, Justin in centre-back, Bogle right wing-back, and bring on Dan James. Ooh. No, I love Aronson. I'm just curious about Nonto. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'd be playing both of them, mate. I'd be playing both of them. I mean, Nonto, how he's not... you know what this is like? He was playing Nonto last year. And the one guy I couldn't understand, who always, every time he was on the pitch, impacted the game in some way, shape or form for Leeds last year, yeah? Every single time I saw him in the Championship, he impacted the game positively for Leeds, yeah? That was Ramazani. Daniel Farke never, ever, ever, ever played him. He would go and slap 2 goals in against Wednesday or whatever it was, and then he would just be out of the squad the next week. And if he was lucky, he'd get a 2-minute cameo. He would never play. And this year, he's got rid of Ramazani, and every time I've seen Nonto play for Leeds United, he's done something. But yet, he doesn't get any game time. What? What has Nonto got to do? Every time he's played for Leeds this season, he's impacted the game. That brilliant cross against Liverpool, a little turn of pace, a bit of quality. Finally, someone who can pick the ball up in a wide area, play it inside or cut inside, hit a little reverse pass down the line to the on-running wing-back, who can cut inside, take it past 2 players and drill it bottom corner. A ball carrier. Someone with a bit of flair, a bit of class, a bit of dynamism. Never gets a look in. What is going on behind the scenes? And this is the thing. I'm not one of those guys that's just fuck out. And everyone that's not a Leeds fan is like, wow, he's done such a great job. He's locking in. Wow, Leeds are phenomenal. You play phenomenal football. But when you watch Leeds week in, week out, it's not as glamorous as it damn seems. I'm sorry, I don't want to just sound like some negative guy that's moaning and crying all the time. And, you should be happy to be where you are. You're in this position, da-da-da-da. But we're getting results and we're playing some decent football at times. But there's just certain things I don't understand that I'm looking at. The team selection, every single week, there is something that baffles me about his team selections. And sometimes people can call it a stroke of genius, but there's a lot of times where it falls flat and we just look terrible. his substitutions leave me questioning things a lot of the time. There are just certain things that just confuse you, right? I mean, am I alone in thinking this way, or do you guys agree with me, at least on that perspective? Again, I'm not saying we're terrible. Listen, to be on 30 points at this point of the season, pretty damn good when you look at our last 2 spells in the Premier League, yeah? But, I mean, come on. What's with this complete inconsistency? Not a great first half, Cal. Not a great first half indeed. Hopefully it doesn't end even worse. We are in the 47th minute. There are 3 minutes of stoppage time. And Chelsea have a very dangerous opportunity to swing a cross in here for a potential doubling of their lead. Actually, no, they don't. I thought it was a corner. It is a goal kick. Completely ignore me. I got deceived by the camera angle there. It's a goal kick, and now it's a Chelsea throw-in. How is that not a pen? Not a Solomon Kalou. Speaking of that, Tavi brings Solomon back. Where would he play? It's too late. We've already changed his 5 at the back. Like, we don't play wingers. We've got 3 decently good wingers. In fact, we've got 2 very good and 1 guy who could be very good but is currently playing decently good in Dan James wingers. We've got Nonto who can't get any game time. We've got Dan James who can't get any game time. And probably the most criminal of the lot, we've got Okafor who can't get any game time. My question is, if we brought Igor Paixão in the summer, if we actually got him, would we still be playing like this, or would we be playing with wide players? Because I don't think he would have ever been able to drop Paixão out the way he has Okafor. Like, Solomon would not help this team. He wouldn't get into the team. He would just be warming the bench, playing 2 minutes every season like everyone else there. Mate, we're going to lose Nonto. We're going to lose Okafor. We're going to lose all these players, realistically. Let's be honest here. As it does go to half-time, Leeds United 0, Chelsea Football Club 1. That is half-time in the game. Let me know your thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, it was a hefty collision.
Stop doing this, man. It's actually going to make me punch a hole through TNT executives, mate. I'm going to fly over there and flip and slap someone if it keeps making this full volume. You agree with that, Darren? Darren Watkins. JT, while Fark lingers, are we going to be disappointed with his omissions? I'm with you, Orlando Bloom. Wow, don't tell me the Orlando Bloom gimmick is coming back. Don't tell me the Orlando Bloom gimmick. He's gone from Orlando Bloom to Roman Reigns to Seth Rollins to Jack Harrison. I mean, to Luke Ayling, to Jack Harrison, and now to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I mean, flipping heck. What's next? I think I'm going to sleep here. Leave the stream on, buddy, and if we do anything exciting or anything changes, I will scream and you will hear it. Luckily, by the way, Newcastle have taken a 1-0 lead against Tottenham Hotspur, so they still find themselves in a dangerous position. I mean, if we could just get a point here, if we can walk away with this with just a point, it is huge. Just to give us that 7-point lead over West Ham, irregardless of how their game goes, means even if they win today and theoretically they won on the weekend, we would still be that point above them, which is just huge. A draw today would be lovely. Okafor, Calvert-Lewin, and the Metro up top. JT reading between the lines. Fark's one of these. I'm not gonna agree with that particularly. He's one of these interesting fellas who wants his players getting stuck in at training. I don't mind that personally. I think your players should get stuck in at training a little bit. I don't think you should injure each other, but you should definitely be getting stuck in a little bit. It's training. You've got to play as you want to play on the match. You know what I mean? But yeah. We need Okafor and we have no firepower. Only if he was in the wide attacking area off the left. I don't like him down the middle, but yeah. You partner him up with a Nonto, or like, why the flipping heck did we even bring Buonanotte in? If he's not going to play. Also, what was the point? I swear we were going to spend like 30 million on the guy as well before we got him on loan. Minecraft JR. I must say, I don't like... I must just say, I don't like how we are going forward. The fact Bornau is going forward explains everything. Yeah, I do not like it at all. Estabal dirty. Bornau is pants. Get Nonto on for Bornau and get Justin at centre-back, Bogle at right wing-back. I would take one of Bogle or Justin out. I prefer Bornau at centre-back than one of those two personally, but I hear what you're saying. I feel like we have played the most defensive lineup ever we have, and it's not worked defensively either. We've got so little going forward that it's actually made us worse defensively because we have no out ball and nothing to push Chelsea back and stop them from just coming at us with attack after attack after attack after attack. Ref lost his head indeed, mate. Estabal. Right. Estabal. So boring. Feels like Leeds are just not going to lose. Are just playing not to lose heavy. We are playing arse right now. 0 attacking threat. Also looks like we will get a red. Well, at least it'll be something to celebrate this game, huh? At least it'll be something to celebrate. Go and clamp someone. Flipping it. We've had nothing else to get ourselves going here. Ay, ay, ay. Jeez Louise. McManaman's an idiot. We try against... I haven't actually heard the commentary, to be fair, so I think a couple of times it's unmuted itself. We try that against the big teams, and it always leads to big losses. But we didn't try that against Chelsea last time. And we packed them in. We were pressing them high up. High up on the pitch, we were pressing them. Dilly-dallying about is what we're doing today. We have Maresca's number. Farkas had Maresca's number 3 times out of 3. Tres, mis amigos. 9 puntos. Pero, Roseñor, he's cooking Fark right now, man. He's cooking him. He's making Fark look like an amateur right now. We try that against big teams, always loses. JT, the points are on your Prem table are wrong. Are you a game behind and it's week 26? No, they're not wrong. Can you see them? They are, look, it says 26 under Leeds United. Some of the teams are 25 because they haven't played it. This is a live updating table on the left-hand side. That is literally 100% live. Maybe you are looking at a table that was from before today's games, hence why things are different. This is the 100% live updated table. I can guarantee you that for a fact. Because Everton are above Liverpool, and they were not above Liverpool before today's game. So if you are interested in the lineup, it is the table is literally right here. You can see it even tells you the results that are happening right now. Leeds losing 1-0. Tottenham losing 1-0. We're both still on the same points. Stop rambling and answer your chat, my friend. You say something? Isn't McManaman a commentator? He is a commentator. Oh, I've got a lot of time for McManaman. I don't mind him, actually. I really don't mind Steve Macca, personally. I really don't mind him. JT... When I played rugby, we had tosses Tuesday and Thursday nights, stomping your feet, stomping on your feet, linos and elbows in your face, loose mauls. Game time Saturday, they were nowhere to be seen. Oh, you mean you had people that were just clamping everyone in training, and then when it came to the match day, they weren't like that. I hear that. There is a balance you have to find between it, right? Some people just come alive in training. Some people are trading merchants. Some people come alive on a Sunday or a Saturday whenever you're playing. But you've got to have a healthy mix of both, I think. You've got to have a healthy mix of both. But I do hear you. I've seen players like that are fucking, like, in training, centre-back we have in our team. It's like flipping a physical specimen. Elbows me in the face every time I get near him. If I lick it past him, bang, he's literally like fucking slapping my chest, holding my neck, and then when it comes to Sunday, like, not the same. But these are professionals. They should have it locked down. Born now having a shocker. Sorry, that's games played. My bad. No worries, my friend. No worries. Need Scum to beat West Ham. We do indeed. Are you a Chelsea or Leeds fan? I am a Leeds United fan. Of course, a fan of football. Anyone's welcome here in the stream. But I'm a fan of football, of course. Sorry, that's games played. My bad. Need Scum to beat West Ham. Shocking first half. Not doing enough going forward. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with the lineup, and I don't think we're doing anywhere near enough going forward. I 100% agree with your statement there. Can you explain why we have 8 defensive players on the pitch? Well, it's a tough one to explain. Obviously, Daniel Farke has wanted to go into this game, keep it tight defensively. He's got a little bit of fear in his eyes looking at Liam Rossinho and the way he's been cooking recently. And he's wanted to leave Bogle and James Justin in there because they can both attack. They can both get back defensively. And I think it's fallen flat on his face. I think the old adage of attack is the best form of defense is undefeated. And we've seen once again, Leeds set up 2 KG, 2 defensively, have had nothing going forward. As such, Chelsea are able to just sit a lot higher up the pitch and just come forward with attack after attack after attack. If you've got nothing to fear about coming the opposite way, which, because we look so toothless right now, you can commit as many men forward as you want. And you're chilling. You're chilling. We need a lot more. A lot more in the midfield. That 2-man midfield of Gruev and Ampadu, that is not good enough. That is not good enough. If you're going to play a 2-man midfield like that next to Ampadu, you need Tanaka, because at least Tanaka has got some legs on him. At least Tanaka has got good legs on him and he can cover up the extra space in the midfield. This lineup is shocking, I have to say. Any changes you guys would make at half-time, though? Would it be a formational change or a personnel change? Unleash Tanaka, we need a lot more in the midfield. 100% Bobby. Factos. The lineup what? The lineup is a Daniel signing off loss before we even play the 90. Not good enough. You understand my message. Beautiful analogy, JT. My point with Farke, training your Pelés wouldn't break legs in training. They would win 8 Yeah, but these are... Okay, first of all, huge respect to Pele. 1,000 goals? No, I think not. Maybe if you include training goals and matches against his friend down the park on a Wednesday. Yeah. That guy's not scored 1,000 goals. I mean, this is the same guy who said a referee tried to send him off, and that decision was so unpopular with the fans that the referee turned around and sent himself off and walked down the tunnel. I mean, this is the caliber of information that we're talking about with this guy. Of course, massive respect to him for his life and everything like that, but he didn't score 1,000 goals. Let's be honest with yourselves here. The best goal scorers in the history of the game are Messi and Ronaldo, and that is not up for debate in my opinion. But yeah, those are one-in-a-kind kind of players. You know, you can't really compare Pele's to the norm. To the norm. JT, will he bring in subs when the game's finished? I don't mind losing like the Newcastle game, but losing like this, but I prefer losing like this in the Newcastle game, to be honest. That was flipping embarrassing, mate. That was embarrassing, mate. KG Prod, get Buonanotte on for ball now. JJ drops to right centre back, Bogle to right wing back. Buonanotte where Bogle's been. I think this is one of the most popular changes that people would make. Either Buonanotte or Nonto, interchangeable within there, of course. Formation change the formation to 1 against Chelsea 3. That's what we're playing. We're just playing it with very weird players in those positions. That is exactly what we're playing. It's just weird players that we've got in the lineup. Google Pele goals, JT, don't be so dismissive. Yeah, mate, and they were not there is no definitive proof of all those goals. Like, as I told you, that guy was a great player, but he has made up a load of waffle. The guy waffles for fun. So there is no recorded data, there is no proof or evidence that he got the amount of goals he said he did. Granted, he got a bucket-load of goals, but there is no evidence that he got that many goals. And a Wikipedia search is not going to change my mind on that one. I have conducted enough research to know that there are a lot of holes. It's like a colander when you talk about that man's stories of what happened in his playing career. But, yeah. It was harder back then. What was harder back then? Sick of Fark now. It's absolute bollocks. He won't change nothing, mate. Yeah, as I said, man, it's very frustrating. I'm not sick of him. And he has done some very, very, very good things this season. Let's get that straight. But he also makes just a lot of stupid decisions that I don't understand. The team selection is always baffling my head week in, week out. Why is that? The formation, always baffling my head week in, week out. Why is that? The substitutions are always too little, too late. They're the wrong people at the wrong time. I don't get it. And right now we're playing into Chelsea's hands, so we do need to change things up quickly, get a bit of pace into our attack, bit of dynamism up there, get someone who can hold the touchline out wide, drift inside, play a little 1-2, because right now our most attacking width I've seen down the right-hand side has come from Sebastian Bornau, which is currently inexplicable and will never be explicable. But the second half is ready to start soon. I'm going to get ready before this flashbangs me with a bunch of noise. And there we go. It is off already. But yeah, there is no excuse for a lot of the things we're seeing here. Pele scored a beauty and escaped to victory while having an injured shoulder. Don't dispute that the guy scored a lot of brilliant goals and was a phenomenal football player. One of the greatest to ever do it. Undisputed. I just don't believe he scored 1,000 goals. Uh-oh. What? Why is that thing so stupid? Oh my god. Why is it just disconnected my stream? Apologies. I just did the activity thing. Man, TikTok can do one, man. TikTok can do one. TikTok can do one. What is that? That is so jarring. Oh my days, that's so jarring. Feeling a red card for someone this game. That is so jarring. Whoever runs this app needs to be flipping. Have a serious word with yourself, mate. Your app is broken. That is so stupid. Apologies to anyone that was watching on the TikTok. It just shut down for an activity again. I literally did the jigsaw puzzle thing, and it still shut down for an activity. This app is boggles the mind, mate. It boggles the mind. That is extremely frustrating. I do apologise to every single one of you that was in here. We were having a good flow in there, and it's just been completely killed by TikTok. So I do apologise. I hope we can get a few of you back in here. Needs Longstaff and Bourne now. Drop Justin back and Aronson off. Yeah. No subs. No subs have been made at halftime. The second half is about to start. Sorry, I just got very distracted by the fact that my stream that I've been doing for the past hour just shut off out of nowhere. So apologies about that. It's just something you got to live with, huh? Just TikTok being TikTok. Just TikTok being TikTok. Flipping donkeys. No subs. Feeling a red card for someone this game, KG Prod. Well, wouldn't be the worst call to make with the Leeds United versus Chelsea. Need Longstaff on for Bornau to drop Justin back in there. And now I can't see the rest of the comments because the chat just saying that is so annoying. But what are you going to do? There you go, lads. There you go. As Leeds start off this second half with a plum here. Just tried to sort that out. Hopefully my computer is back now. Not bugging out the way it was. As I said, if you are watching on the TikTok, please share it out again so we can get everyone back in here. That is extremely, extremely frustrating. Feeling a red card for someone this game. No subs. How can Fark be happy with what he's seeing? I don't know. Need Tanaka on. The Farkinator will be praying for an early equalizer just to hang on to a draw. Yes, he will indeed. Need Tanaka on. Feeling a red card with that one. We need something going for us. Shout out to the YouTube anyway. Shout out to you absolute living legends out there still tuning along. No subs at all yet. We will have to wait and see if we can get any subs onto the pitch. There was a sub for Chelsea, however, which was Jorel Hato coming on for Marco Cucurella. And Chelsea are still the ones on the attack. Chelsea, the team leading. Chelsea, the team making changes. And Chelsea, the team attacking. Leeds United still half asleep. Wow. Could you think it? No subs at all. Feeling a red card for someone this game. We need something. Hopefully it's a Chelsea red card and it can open up the game for Leeds. That would be something, wouldn't it? But we will have to wait and see how it unfolds in the coming minutes, won't we? Newcastle still leading Tottenham. Malik Chow with the sole goal that game. There has been a substitution. João Palhinha has come on for Yves Bissouma. And they did make an early change with Matthias Tell coming on for the injured Wilson Odobert. There could have been actually 2 goals to the good Newcastle with a goal ruled out earlier on in the 44th minute by Joe Willock, scoring against his North London rivals, of course, coming from an Arsenal background. And Jai scored the solo goal against Bournemouth. It was a penalty against, I'm not going to say against the run of play. They were probably playing pretty decent, but it was at that moment against the run of play because Bournemouth were having some good pressure just before that goal, and they have scored a penalty to put them 1 goal to the good. And West Ham versus Man United, which is probably the most important game for us to be looking at right now, is currently still 0-0, and it's looking like Man United are having the majority of control in that game as things stand. 1.73 to 1 odds for them to win, and 4.5 to 1 odds for West Ham to win. A few championship games as well. Leicester leading Southampton 3-0. Oxford losing to Norwich 2-0, and Birmingham drawing 0-0 with West Bromwich Albion, who of course are the former club of the main man Carlos Corberán. Will we ever see him in the Leeds United dugout? Interessante. JT, did you see Aluko get both barrels from Simon Jordan today? No, I haven't. I haven't actually seen that one. What's she done this time? Uh-oh. I mean, it's a tough one because Aluko, I've got nothing against her. And I think when she first, came onto the broadcasting scene, she actually came under a lot of criticism unjustly. I think it was a very tough position to her. But then she's just made a few questionable decisions with people she's called out, maybe. I think she's just made a few mistakes. I don't know what this situation is, obviously, that you're referring to. But I'm sure once this stream ends, it will be all over my timeline. Not gonna lie, Fark's away record, especially with Simon Jordan. I mean, that guy didn't even back down from Deontay Wilder, who could have smoked his jaw right there and then. So fair play to Simon Jordan. He's got some cojones on him, the lad. He's got some big cojones on him. Not gonna lie, Fark's away record in the Prem in general is diabolical. Got no faith we get anything at the moment. Just catching up, missed the first half. Sounds crap. Is anyone playing decent? From a Leeds United perspective, no, I can't think of one player who I'm really impressed with right now. Can you guys? Can anyone in the chat think of one player? As Goodmanson finally gets a little bit of something going for Leeds and is muscled off the ball by Caicedo and results to fouling Moises Caicedo. I think they've actually given a Leeds United free kick for it. Yes, they have. That's very decent. No, they've given a corner. What? Didn't look like a corner to me, but I'm not complaining. Leeds United with the corner now. It's drilled in. It's flicked away. And can Brendan Aronson keep it from going back into our own half? JT wins the Derek Chisora fight. I think it's sometime in the next 6-7 weeks, if I remember correctly. Next month, sorry. I mean, or within a month or so. Just catching up. Missed the first half. Sounds bad. Sounds very bad, mate. Very bad. I think Chisora does him, in that one. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Chisora does him. I don't think that is a good matchup for Deontay Wilder at all. He's looking like the old Deontay, with the way he's talking and the way he's acting. Some people may call it a little bit, they will have their ideas about it. But, yeah, he's not good when someone presses him back. He's not good when someone's coming onto him and putting pressure on him and sitting in the pocket. He needs a bit of space, a bit of range to hit that overhand right. And Derek Chisora is not a man who's going to give you any space in that ring. He is just going to come forward for 12 rounds straight, absorb every single punch you give him, and just try and bully you in the pocket. That's what he's going to do. And that could either go phenomenally for Deontay Wilder or more than likely very, very bad for him. Did you see Jer on Sky last week? And no, I did not, but I did see a little clip. I watched a little something from the overlap, and I saw Jer chilling in the background there. So big up to my boy Jer on the overlap. That was very lovely to see. I mean, couldn't happen to a nicer bloke, and not in the ironic sense this time, in the genuine sense. I mean, that guy, you can probably tell through watching his content alone. But when I spoke to him personally, and I heard the story behind why he started the channel, he's just, it's heartwarming. Real genuine guy. Even says the logo doesn't have my face in it. Me, I'm a bit more of an egotistical guy in a way. Maybe call it the arrogance of youth, I don't know. But he's just a very, very humble, genuine guy. And he's obviously doing massive things. But yeah, even when I saw him when we did the charity match, he was so kind and genuine to everyone. He's a real leader. Real mature. He gave every single person the time of day. He was lovely to everyone. He was lovely to me personally. And I wish him all the success in the world. Nothing can make me happier than to see him succeed in his life, because he deserves it. He's a very great guy. Very great guy, Joe. As Leeds United finally... Here we go. A little bit of action, a little bit of pace, a little bit of dynamism coming onto the pitch for Leeds United here. It is Okafor who has just come onto the pitch. Finally, Leeds changing things up a little bit. Bornau is off. A lot of you guys have your wishes coming true right now. Bornau is off. Justin, you presume, will drop into that centre-back role. Bogle will drop into that right wing-back role. And now we're going to see Okafor, hopefully. I mean, he's very central right now. He's on that left-hand attacking midfield side. Aronson switched over to where Bogle was playing on the right-hand side. I do want to see Okafor a little bit wider than that, though. It's good stuff. Oh, my days. Bijol has just pushed Pedro in the back and given away the most stupid penalty I've ever seen. You make the changes, and before you can even see if the changes are going to work, this flipping clamp it just pushes him in the back. What's he thinking, man? Hey, caramba, this guy is absolutely cooked. What can you do? What can you do? And it's come all the way from Robert Sanchez. He's pinged a fucking 70-yard ball to João Pedro. Oh, that is so light. That is so light. But what are you thinking? It's a dive. It's a dive. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a dive by João Pedro. 1,000,000 bajillion %. He's put his hands there to kind of hold him. It's a dive. But Bijol, you're an idiot. Why would you push him? Why would you do that? Why would you give him the opportunity to dive and give away a penalty? It's just stupid. It is just flipping stupid, mate. And here's Cole Palmer to make it 2-0. He's going to double their lead. He doesn't miss these ones. I mean, there ain't no way, not a snowball's chance in hell this is getting saved, is it? Yep, no, bottom right-hand corner. Chelsea 2, Leeds United 0. There you go. That's pretty much flipping game, set, and match at this point. You finally make an attacking change, and before you can see it happen, you concede from a 70-yard through ball from Robert Sanchez. This is Robert Sanchez we're talking about. Robert Sanchez. This ain't flipping Busquets. Robert Sanchez has just cut open your entire team who have about flipping 10 defenders on the pitch, mate. Are you kidding me? Flipping heck. What has Bijol done, Seb? You don't want to know. Oh, doing so you do know. But at the same time, you probably still wish you didn't know. That is just flipping stupid. I mean, at least if you're going to foul him in the box, at least if you just flipping shove him all the way into the flipping electrical board, the billboard, properly foul him, clamp him, 2-foot him. Not just a little put. If you're going to foul him, foul him. If you're going to foul him, foul him. That is just embarrassing, mate. One up front, Fox showing his true colours, lacking complacency. Well, now we've got to throw a lot more at this game. We've got to make some serious changes. If I don't see Buonanotte and Nonto on the pitch very shortly, we're going to have some serious problems. I can tell you that for free. As the throwing comes into the box, it's Ilya Gruev who tries to win the ball back off Estabao. Unable to do so, he drives forward and gives the ball straight back to Jaden Bogle back there. Got to have Nonto on for sure. I don't actually, I don't hate anyone in the world, mate. Don't believe in the word hate. I think it's a little bit too visceral, but I'm actually a fan of Cole Palmer personally. I shouldn't be saying that after he just slotted a penalty against us, but I am a fan of him as a player. I think he is very good. He's just had very bad form recently. Anyone in the TikTok, by the way, as I said, we had a lot more of you in here, obviously. It just ended for inactivity again. Very stupid. So I apologise if you were watching before and it just suddenly cut off and you wondered what was happening. It ended for inactivity and I had to restart it. But if you can, of course, share it out. It is very much appreciated, as always. Walking in a Palmer Wonderland. Even if we set up this season, I think Fark will be gone in the summer. Don't know, you know. I don't know. But either way, we need some big reinforcements in the summer, player-wise. Who would you put in, Andy? Who would you? What changes would you make to this lineup right now? 2-0 down at the Chelsea. 60 minutes gone. What changes would you be making right now? As Cole Palmer earns another corner for Chelsea Football Club. Nothing saving from this team, mate. Gambling checks need to be done against him. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh no. Yep. Nope. You're doing one, mate. You do one. Oh, they've just cut through us again. Enzo Fernandez's cross, thankfully, was to absolutely nobody. I don't know who he's aiming for. Someone in the crowd, maybe. But if not, we would have been in serious jeopardy right there because, once again, no one can defend. Everyone stood like they're fucking walking around on soul sand back there, man. No movement. You're just letting them pick the ball around you for fun, lads. A little bit of dynamism, please. Jeez Louise. That's just criminal. One's in the chat if you think Falk needs to change something right here, right now. Get Nonto one. Get Buonanotte on, please. against the club that let him go. It's a no-brainer. The club that never played him, he's going to have a bit to prove. He's going to have the bit between his teeth. And yet he's still just being nerfed by Fark. Fark is just nerfing him, man. When you think of all the clubs in and around the capital, Leeds need to overcome the voodoo curse of losing it. I disagree. I don't think we have had that voodoo curse this year. I don't think we have. I think we've been pretty decent in London this year. We've beaten a lot of teams in London this season. We've beaten a lot of London teams. Let me actually get the exact statistics. Okay, you know what? I stand corrected. We have been awful in London once again. I was confused because I was thinking about us playing against London teams. Obviously, I know we had that horrific record in London back in the day, the past few years ago. But I was looking at the teams we played. Obviously, we've beaten Palace, we've beaten Fulham, and we've beaten Chelsea. But they were all, of course, home games. In away games in London this season, you are actually 100% correct. We drew with Brentford. We're losing to Chelsea right now. We lost, of course, to Arsenal. And we lost, I think we lost to West... Did we lose to West Ham? Oh, we haven't played West Ham in London, have we? Yeah. I don't know why it's saying Chelsea beat Leeds 3-2. Stamford Bridge, match played... Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Hang on a second. This is ChatGPT, okay? But granted, this is coming from Sky Sports. Oh, Bogle, that's a pen ref! Yes! Penalty! Era penal para Leeds United! Here we go! As I was saying before that, is this... am I living in the future here, by the way, lads? Look at that. Just read that out for me. From Sky Sports, apparently. Chelsea 3, Leeds United 2. Leeds lost when visiting Stamford Bridge. Match played 10th of February 2026, which by my calculations is today. So apparently we've already lost the game 3-2. I don't know how that's a thing, but hey-ho. And Jayden Bogle is taken down in the box there. It's a clear as day penalty, and Leeds are back in business. I'm from the future, mate. I'm from the future. From the future, mate. Call me Mystic Mac, cause I predict these things, yeah? Hey, baby. If we score this penalty, I'll be getting 60 G's, baby. Alright, come on. Here we go. Lucas Namecha. Oh, no. Why are they making him take it back to the spot again? Why are they doing that? Hang on a second here. They're trying to throw him off. Namecha, please, Namecha. Namecha, come on. You can't let Robert Sanchez get a 70-yard assist for a pen and then save this. What's the ref doing? Who's he booking? What's going on? What's this ref dilly-dallying around at? What's he doing? What's he chesting it for? What's this guy dilly-dallying around at? Namecha steps up to take the penalty, and he slotted it! Leeds United 1, Chelsea 2, and Leeds are back in action. Lucas Nemecha with the penalty. It was Jayden Bogle who earned it, driving into the box like a prime Ford Mustang. He has been taken down to Chinatown. The Leeds now have a penalty. Spurs have also just equalised against Newcastle. Just not what we needed right now. As Lucas Nemecha slots that cool and calm as you like into the left-hand side of the net. And I'm not seeing Maciek sliding around right now, am I, my son? No, I'm not. Nowhere to be seen. Silento, por favor. We're back. We're back, baby. This is it. Come on. This is where the action happens. This is where the magic is tingling. What's good? Yo, what's good, my G? No string, of course. Alex Kennedy. We had a pen? We did have a pen indeed. At least it was Archie Gray. Oh, for fuck's sake, Archie, mate. Why are you going to choose today of score? Why are you going to choose today to score of all times, mate? Ah? Archie. Was it actually? Oh, man. Seriously? Did he really have to score today of all days? Yeah, he did, didn't he? He did. Archie Gray, mate. Flipping. Bring him back home, mate. Kieran Owen with the 6 white roses and the heart me. W's in the chat for my boy Kieran Owens. Shout out to you. You're welcome for the gifts, lad. Sorry, mate. I just, as soon as I called it out there is when you put that message in. I was looking at the thing. I just saw him now. That is some freaky timing, if you will. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. Also, thank you, Harry Leeds United 12, for the follow. Appreciate you, my boy. Welcome to the family. Leeds 3-2 is needed. We had a pen, indeed, Alfie Barnett, and it was just slotted. Somerville and Archie, bro, trying to creep us down. Tell me about it, mate. Why are they both cooking right now? Why are they both cooking right now? That does put Tottenham Hotspur, of course, 1 point ahead of us. As we have a little look at that, it's from a corner. It's headed across the face of goal, and there is Archie Reginald McGray III, who slots it home with a header there. Leeds could do with someone who could head the ball like that right about now. I'll tell you that for nothing, mate. Bijou is playing for Chelsea, mate. He is. He is. Don't smile because it's over. Cry because it happened. That's what I say. Bijou versus Chelsea. Don't smile because it's over. Cry because it happened. And now, just to rub insult into injury, Everton have gone down to 10 men and are losing 2-1 to Bournemouth. Everyone's selling against Bournemouth now. Fantastic. Here we go. Good attack for Leeds, though. Good attack for Leeds. Okafor throws it back. It's launched back towards Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon slides the ball forward to Gruev, who gives it back to Rodon, who gives it across to Gruev. I'm not a fan of these blue socks for Leeds. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. Oh, Nemecha flicks it all the way up. It's headed away. Headed back again. And it's a Leeds United free kick. I want to see a couple more changes here. Farkmeister General. I want to see a couple more changes. Ilya Gruev, Ampadu, Aronson and Bogle. Obviously in that pocket behind Nemecha. Was how he started. Obviously Bornau's come off for Okafor, who's now playing in that wide left attacking area instead. We still, of course, have Buonanotte to bring on. Tanaka on the bench. Nonto and Joel Piro, who could come on for Leeds United, of course. Ball comes across the face of goal. Nemecha, that is fucking useless, mate. Aside from that penalty, has he actually done much? Newcastle, goal for Newcastle! What the tune? Away the lads. Away the lads. Up the tune. It's Leeds United with a chance of overtaking Tottenham Hotspur if we could get an equaliser today as things stand. as Jacob Ramsey, assisted by Anthony Gordon, puts Newcastle 2-1 in favour against Tottenham Hotspur, or in favour of Tottenham Hotspur. Have you seen how many Leeds old boys are connected with the Blunts? Yeah, flipping tell me about it, mate. It's disgusting. It's actually disgraceful, mate. It's disgraceful. Makes me sick to my stomach. When I saw that Bamford picture with what? Oh, mate, I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Bogle, great pressing work. He's still going, Bogle. Okafor! Yeah! Vamos, carajo! Vamos, carajo! They go to sleep once again defensively. And who is there with a tirade of pressure, not giving them a millimetre of space? It is Jayden Bogle. You can't keep him down. Pressing them all over the gaff. And Okafor is cool. He's calm. He's collected. He's in the right place at the right time. Hoovering up that opportunity like a prime Dyson Hoover. And Leeds United are back in the game. Chelsea's defence fall asleep this time. And oh my days. It is a phenomenal bit of play. They're trying to complain. They are. Let's see what happened. Are they trying to complain it's a handball by Jayden Bogle? Oh, it comes off his hip. Come off it, mate. Come off it. And that was about 10 years before that. It's a beautiful ball into him. It's completely shanked by everyone. It comes off Bogle's hip. He holds off Achapong, holds off another player. Achapong's in no man's land, falls on his arse. Bogle falls over in front of the goalkeeper. He flicks it across to the side, and there's Noah Okafor to finish the deal. What's VAR saying? I mean, they're trying to call for a handball. It's still going to VAR. Surely they can't disallow this one. Please, come on. Tell me it's not disallowed. Has he given it? Has he pointed to it? Has he pointed to it? What's going on here, lad? Give me the answer, geezer. Give me the answer. That's not a handball. That's never a handball. Yeah. Oh, here he is now. Here he is, Maciek. What are you telling me? You can't keep the big dogs down, huh? You think Chelsea are going to get the better of the mighty whites of Leeds United? This is football heritage, football history. The dynamism of Leeds United cannot be stopped by a club who were never on the level of Leeds United. Let's be real. You had your time in the sun, thanks to Roman Abramovich and your oil money. But the real dons were always Leeds United. Let's get that fact out there. From the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, it was always Leeds United on top. Let's not forget that fact, huh? Let's not forget who run things down here. Yeah? If this ends up 3-2, by the way, and that ChatGPT thing was correct, I am going to punch my screen if that's 3-2 to Chelsea. If, however, it ends up 3-2 to Leeds United, on the other hand, well, I am going to be knee-sliding all over the gaff. However, I will be very frustrated I didn't put a bet on that while we were 2-0 down, because, wow, would that have been phenomenal returns, wouldn't it? But JT, are you sure Okafor scored? Because Voldemort and KG said he's settable. He did score, and he is a exquisite player. Is Noah Okafor. Your dodgy box ain't working, Kian. Well, don't worry. We're here for the last 15 minutes of action to keep you up to date with everything going on in and around the world of Leeds United during this game, of course. Come on, Jermaine Lewis. London curse? What London curse? Okafor is class indeed. Alfie Leeds. Here we go. Subs are needed now. This just not go too crazy. We don't go too offensive right now. We're kind of in the game right now. Kind of in the game a little bit right now. Kind of in the game, lads. And is it still 2-1 to Newcastle? It is. We're currently above Tottenham Hotspur. Also, there was a certain someone I heard saying that Chelsea is free ELO today. Yeah? What's happening to your boys, mate? Can't even beat West Ham, you donkey. Oh, here we go. Okafor down the left-hand side. Here he is again. It's astonishing. It's absolutely world-class. But unfortunately, I think that was Nemec who blocked that in there. What are they doing, mate? Marvellous Matty still 2-1 to Newcastle. Let's not jinx it indeed, mate. I'm loving the energy in this live, but mate, how can I not be energetic, mate? Leeds United have just scored 2 goals in 10 minutes. We're back in business. This is where the magic happens, my friend. Mis amigos. Vamos, carajo. I'll be back in 5 minutes, lad. I'm a bit behind. I don't want it spoiled. No worries. In fact, Jermaine, what you can do, Jermaine, if you go over to my YouTube, because I don't think you can do this on TikTok. If you go over to my YouTube, you can pause my stream on YouTube and sync it up with where your game is. You see, that's why I put the timer on the screen, and you'll see it when you go on the YouTube as well. The timer's there, so what you can do, pause it, and then when it gets to the same second that you are on your screen, you can resume it, and everything will be synced up, basically. Actually, now that I say that, I am just a few seconds ahead, so I am going to quickly fix that. Let me just make that 1-7, and now... Let me just completely sync everything up perfectly. I was 2 seconds behind on mine. 2 seconds as Delap comes onto the pitch for Chelsea, which is quite annoying because now they've taken the time off the screen. But here we go. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, yeah, pretty much good to go here. Pretty much good to go. Yeah, perfect. JT, if Spurs got relegated, would Leeds buy back Archie Gray? I would take him back in a heartbeat, mate. I'd take him back right here, right now. Cannot believe this. This is for Leeds. Enjoy. Jermaine with the 20 roses. W's in the chat for Jermaine. And, of course, as I said before, W's in the chat also for my boy, Kieran Owens. K-O... No, Kevan. Shout out to both of you, absolute gazers. Love to you guys. W's in the chat for both of you. W indeed. WWF. As the ball is played around the back here. Not enough pressure from Leeds United. It is the 79th minute. I tell you, I would not mind a draw. I would, especially with how we played in the first half, I wouldn't mind a draw as James Justin absolutely saves Leeds United's blunders right there. It was a dangerous attack down that left-hand side by Hatto, and it was a challenge that had to be made there, not an interception, a big challenge that had to be made there. Jermaine with the hot me and 19 more roses. W's in the chat. He's on fire right now. He's burning down the stream like a prime Okafor down that left-hand side of the pitch right now. Here's Brendan Aronson, stands up Cole Palmer and gets the ball out for another Chelsea corner. That must be defended very, very well. A late Pirot winner. He'd go down in Leeds folklore. He had that opportunity already this season against Man U. Remember when he came off the bench and he had that great chance in the 85th minute? First touch of the game? That would have put him down in Leeds folklore. A late winner today would put him down in good memories of the fans, I believe. Good memories of the fans. Still 2-1 Newcastle. Still 2-1 Bournemouth also. What a challenge that was by James Justin there. Exquisite challenge. If I believe correctly, it might have been his ball into Bogle in the first place. So maybe I was a bit too critical of this Bogle advanced attacking role. I take horrid words. I screamed at my TV back earlier, lads. We've all been there, buddy. We've all been there. We've all been there, mate. We've all been there. Listen, mate, there's a lot of people that are going to be taking their words back against Leeds United as well. From other teams. Not just Chelsea fans. Uh-oh. That's terrible defending. Liam Delap has absolutely bullied you. Give Nick to Cole Palmer. And his cross has gone wayward of the mark. Come on, let's nick a goal here. Let's nick a goal. Let's nick a goal. Let's nick a goal, lads. Why don't we? Oh, no Buonanotte, but here he is again. Here he is again. It's DJ Daniel James coming on for Lucas Nemecha. Daniel James is onto the pitch for Leeds United here. Nemecha is off. Interesting. How is this going to work? Who's going to be holding up the ball up front for Leeds United? You would presume Okafor goes more central now, and that's exactly what's going to happen because Dan James has just gone over and whispered in the ear to Okafor to probably say to him, you're going in the middle, Aronson's going back on the left, and I'm going on the right, which I don't really like because I don't like Okafor in the middle. I prefer him much more out on the left, but we'll have to see how this works for Leeds United. Also, defensively, that height from the Nemecha is going to be missed, especially in set-piece areas. Ball now and Nemecha off the pitch is not the most exciting thing defensively from a Leeds perspective. But Dan James on is definitely good to add us a bit more dynamism going forward. What are your thoughts on that change for Leeds United? Daniel James on the pitch. Dan James winner, multi-ash. Wouldn't hate it. I would not hate it. In fact, I would love it. I probably shouldn't have said that. That's a very cursed word. But I would be very happy if Dan James was to get a winner. Anything can happen in 6 minutes. Anything can indeed. And thankfully for Leeds United, or unthankfully, depending on how you want this game to go, there are 7 minutes left of regulatory time. And with the goals and the VAR decision, we're probably looking at least 7 minutes of stoppage time as well. So I think we're looking at a minimum of around 14 minutes left in this game. Minimum of 14 minutes game left. Think Fish with the spike. 1157. Come on from Thailand. Whereabouts are you in Thailand, my friend? And how is it over there? Beautiful location, of course. Thailand. The scenes if it does. Scenes if it does, mate. Scenes if we get a winner, huh? Scenes. Scenes. I will knee slide across the floor right here, right now, if we get a winner, yeah? Let's be honest with ourselves here, lads. We should have bought more defenders and backup attackers in the transfer window, but whatever. We should have bought a lot of people we didn't buy in the transfer window. But hey-ho, there you go. If we get a winner, I'll send lots more roses. Appreciate the roses you've already sent, my man. Appreciate it a lot, my bro. My nurse's boyfriend is a Scum fan. Nurse is a Leeds fan. The boyfriend's father is Welsh, lives in Wales, and is a Leeds fan who came to Leeds win over the Forest. Oh, he went to the Leeds game. Lovely. And the Scum fan is close to supporting Leeds. If you don't know what he's referring to there, it is a nickname given by both sets of fans to the other between Man United and Leeds, just in case you didn't understand. I presume most of you do. That's pretty poor from him, mate. Changing from Man U to Leeds. I mean, it's an excellent decision. I mean, when you talk about an upgrade of the century, that is like taking in a Fiat Panto into the dealership and walking out with a brand new Lamborghini Aventador. I mean, that's an upgrade of all upgrades if I've ever seen one. From classless to class C. No. Yeah, it's a... Yeah. I mean, yeah, you cannot be mucking around between those two teams. Once you pick one, that's your team, I'm afraid. That's your team. I'd love a Tanaka winner. Yeah. Oh, so would I, mate. So would I. Who's on top right now? It's kind of 50-50. I'd probably say... as it goes wide! As it goes wide from Pedro Neto, it was a dangerous cross. No one ended up getting on the end of it. It's just whistled past the post for Leeds United there. He's got so much space on that right-hand side. DJ, I believe, comes to close him down, gets skinned, and then it's a looping cross, curling into the back sticks, and it almost curled back into the face of goal because no one was able to get their head on it there. But I'd say since Leeds United got the second goal, majority of the spells of attack have been from the Chelsea perspective. However, nothing nothing in the back of the net for them so far as Okafor stands up Moises Caicedo, stands up 2 players and runs straight into Delap. That is criminal from Okafor. You could see it coming from the last century that he was going to lose the ball to Delap there. He's just passed the ball to him, Okafor. Don't do that. If you're going to take it through, cut inside with a run like that, do it in a further forward position. Don't do it there. And most definitely, don't show that much of the ball to the striker who stood right next to you. As João Pedro is unable to get too much on that. Is that going to be a Chelsea corner or a Leeds goal kick? Did that come off Bijol or João Pedro? Let's see. Palmer skins Justin, gets the cross. It's a great cross in. I think that was João Pedro. I think I saw a white sock, which means it was João Pedro, which is kind of confusing because obviously Leeds are the team. Usually we're seeing them white socks. Instead we're seeing them in blue socks today. But yes, it was Pedro. So Leeds get forward again. Again, Okafor, I like him in the wide attacking areas when he's got someone in the middle next to him. A striker to take some of the pressure away as Gruev makes a great challenge again. And it's now another dangerous Chelsea throw. And it's all Chelsea right now. All Chelsea completely. How are you guys feeling right now? How are the nerves holding up, lads? How are the nerves holding up, boys? And girls, of course. Kian McNamara. How are you feeling? It's really hotting up from a neutral perspective, this game. It's a dangerous cross in, and João Pedro once again gets the flick on over Bijol. And once again, it is wide of the mark for the Chelsea forward. Wide of the mark indeed. It's a brilliant cross into him, and he's unable to get enough on it. He just gets a little glancing header on it. Probably would have been better if he left it. Maybe Neto would have been able to slide something back across the face of goal there. Very much so, Multi-Ash. Very much so right now. Little DJ and Okafor counter-attack winner. Would love to see it. Here is DJ. He passes the ball to Okafor. Okafor drives forward now. Unable to get it past the third man, who in this case was Malo Gusto, with a phenomenal sliding challenge. Noah Okafor still in with a chance. Leeds United still in with a chance. 50 seconds left of regulatory time. Then we will wait for what I predict will be 7 minutes of stoppage time. 7 minutes. Headed away by Moises Caicedo. Only as far as Jaden Bogle. Daithi LUFC. What happened to DCL? I didn't hear injury. Yeah, he's just out of the squad, mate. Just out of the squad. There's not a behind-the-scenes thing. Archie's scoring for Spurs, but they're losing 2-1. They are. What's the story with DCL, buddy? What is the story of DCL? That is the $1 million question. Because he isn't necessarily got a public injury to talk about. There's a lot of mixed reports of off-the-field things, as it is very close to my predicted 6 minutes of stoppage time. It is 7 minutes of stoppage time, sorry. It is 6 minutes of stoppage time. We are currently in the 90th minute. 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining within this game. Pedro Neto on a dangerous attack gives it across to Moises Caicedo, who gives it back across to Pedro Neto on the right-hand side. They're trying to work an opening. He's gone in for another in-swinging cross. It's found the Chelsea head this time. They call for a corner. I think it's João Pedro again. I think he's got a corner out of it. He's got a corner out of it. I'm not liking the look of that one, mate. Sinkholes opening up in Cornwall Golf Course, revealing tin mine shafts many feet deep. 7 feet wide, sinkhole opened in Knaresborough under viaduct. Get it out. Get it out. DJ, head it out of the damn box, man. What am I looking at here? Oh. Forget about flipping holes sinking into golf courses. Our defence is sinking into itself right now. And it's a dangerous header by João Pedro again. He's got 4 headers. 4 open headers in our 18-yard box in the past 3 minutes. And West Ham have just scored. No. West Ham have scored. We cannot concede now. West Ham have just scored. We cannot concede. Oh, my days. Watch it be flipping Somerville as well. Watch it be Somerville. You could just tell that that's Somerville. You can just tell that that's Somerville, can't you, mate? Oh, my days. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Toothache DCL. Big up JT. Big up yourself. Zain Khanif. Malt Ash, he's ill. I'm an honorary Leeds United fan today. It was Thomas Souček. Flipping Souček. Make gun out of his Souček. Come on. Leeds need to hold this off now. Leeds need to hold this off. It's a tirade of pressure. Like sea waves crashing in from the North Atlantic. There is just a swarm of blue pushing Leeds United back minute after minute. Leeds United sit deeper and deeper, trying to hold off. It's another cross by Neto. It's another one headed away. This time it looked like it was Bijol who got some purchase on that header there. They come forward again. It's Delap holding off his man, takes it wide down the left-hand side, bodies Bijol to the floor, gives it back to Cole Palmer again. Chelsea are forward once again. So many men in that 18-yard box of Leeds United. They get it down the left-hand side. It's not a great cross. It does find Pedro, though, who heads it back. Now it's Caicedo. Oh, it's all Chelsea. This is very, very scary stuff. Pedro Neto down the right-hand side. Can Dan James hold him off? Hopefully he can. Doesn't look like we're going to have any opportunity for a counter-attack here. This is all Chelsea. Once again, Cole Palmer wins the ball in a dangerous area. Just over 2.5 minutes left of the game here. Caicedo back out to Pedro Neto. Can he swing the cross? And he can. Once again, it's dealt with by a Leeds shirt, but only as far as Badia Shield back there. Back to Moises Caicedo. He swings in another cross. It's headed away by Aronson this time. Only as far as Cole Palmer. He swings another cross. Only as far as James Justin. This is just an absolute mauling on Leeds United's box right now. Can we get out of this one unscathed? I certainly hope so. It's into the box. It's Caicedo. It's another cross. And he's missed from 2 yards out. Cole Palmer, you cannot write this stuff. Oh my days! What am I watching? What have I seen? I've seen 7 crosses in the past 30 seconds from a Chelsea perspective. This one was an absolute gimme for Cole Palmer. 2 yards away from goal. It's an open goal. It's carved open beautifully. It is genuinely harder to miss than score that one. And thankfully for Leeds United, he has spooned that over the bar. That is a lifeline of all lifelines. And as Jermaine Genius once famously said, things are happening. Could we see Leeds steal this one? Oh my days. What an end to this game. 1 minute and 15 seconds remain on the clock. Element 115. Can Leeds hold off for 1 more minute of football? Can we hold it up? No, we've got no Nemetra there to hold it up. Dan James can, though. Lick him, Dan James, lick him. You've got Okafor running with you. Lick him, lick him, lick him. He gives it to Okafor, who wins the ball back. Oh, he's dispossessed way too easily there. Way too easily. Great pressing by Ampadu, who wins the ball back and launches the ball off the pitch. Now Longstaff comes onto the pitch for Leeds United with just over 40 seconds left of the game to try and shore something up in the midfield, mate. Just go and clamp someone. Take any time off the clock that you can. Oh my days. This game is crazy. Here come Chelsea on another attack. It's Cole Palmer down the left-hand side again. Oh no, he's fouled. That's Longstaff. I said chop him down in a fucking non-dangerous area in their half. Not outside our 18-yard box. You absolute donkey. Of all the places you're going to chop someone down, this donkey, he never does anything. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't seen this guy do anything for Leeds in the past 2 months. What has he done for us? He has been he's done nothing for us. Let's be honest, these past 2 months. Every time he comes on, he just makes a stupid mistake. And there's another one. He's given away a gilt-edge free kick here, right on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's 96 minutes added. 96 minutes have gone. And it's a very dangerous position. This is going to be the last kick of the game. And it's another Chelsea free kick. Longstaff has done something incredibly stupid there. and you've got to hope Leeds can defend this and get away unscathed. It's Pedro Neto who's going to take this. Can he get a dangerous cross in? I certainly hope not. It's going to be an in-swinger. He crosses it with the left foot, goes all the way over everyone, out for a throw-in almost. Ethan Ampadu goes to clear it. He leaves it for a throw-in. Malo Gusto's on the floor, and Leeds have been spared. What? He didn't touch him. Are you talking about Longstaff, by the way? Because it did look a little bit dubious, if you ask me. Are they calling for a pen here? No way. Get up, mate. Get up. Why Ampadu didn't clear that, by the way, I don't know. This throw-in, I mean, he's going to try and launch it. He is our long throw-in merchant. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. Last kick of the game for Leeds United. It's thrown up by Ampadu. And that is the full-time whistle. And Leeds United get away unscathed from that one. And that point puts us up onto 30 points. With West Ham currently leading, we are now only 4 points off the drop. The gap has closed. Hopefully something else can happen in that game. But oh boy, Tottenham Hotspur, hopefully they can carry on to lose. I do just want to see the end of that game. There's been a lot of changes for Newcastle. It is currently the 95th minute in that one. 30 seconds left. If Newcastle can hold out for a win, Leeds United finally go up into 15th position. That would be a huge one. But how are we feeling, boys, after that one? What a result from Leeds United. You can't keep the big boys down. As I said, you go back to the 60s, you go back to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even early 2000s. You knew who the Dons were, and it certainly weren't those London Blues of Chelsea, mate. It was the yellow, the blue, the white of Leeds United that was always the superior football club. Let's have no two ways about it. Leeds United were always the Dons until certain money influenced things. Leeds were always the Dons in this fixture. And once again, you can batter us for 90 minutes. It wasn't pretty from Leeds United in the slightest. It was ugly. It was tantalizing. You were sat there on the edge of your seat from minute 1 to minute 90, just hoping that Leeds could nick something. And boy, in key moments of that game, we did. As we now look over to Tottenham Hotspur to hope that they cannot do the same. And it is full time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Leeds United now move up into 15th place, 2-2. Yeah, it's been emotional. It has been an emotional ride. As I said, not the most convincing performance from Leeds United at all. The team selection at the beginning of the game boggled the mind. Boy, did it. You sat there questioning, why are we starting with 9 bloody defenders on the pitch, pretty much? You've got Bornau making your most attacking runs. You've got Jayden Bogle sometimes playing right forward, sometimes playing centre-back. James Justin the same. It looked a little bit clueless at times, especially in that first half. And Chelsea were pinging the ball around us for fun. They could have had 4 or 5 goals in there. I mean, we got let off big time with that Cole Palmer miss. How he hasn't scored that one, I will never know. But sometimes you need a little bit of luck in football and you can create your own luck. And Leeds United got our luck today in key moments. And when we needed to, we were decisive. Or when we needed to be, we were decisive. Decisive penalty from the Mecha. Decisive play from Jayden Bogle in the 18-yard box to capitalise on, I believe it was Achapong's defensive error. Once again, another defensive error against Leeds United that Chelsea have made. They did it with Ferland Mendy at Ellen Road. They did it, was it who was the other one at Ellen Road, and they've done it again now with Achapong, I believe it was this time, slipping on his arse, and Leeds United were there, Johnny on the spot to capitalise and get a huge equaliser. I mean, after that, it was all guns blazing from Chelsea, attack after attack after attack after attack, a tirade of pressure so strong it could break the bank holding the River Thames right now, but thankfully it could not break that solid bank of 4 or 5 at times that we had in and around our 18-yard box. Bijol, James Justin, especially in key moments at the end there, and Joe Rodon all making some vital clearances to hold off for Leeds United. And we have nicked a huge one there. We've nicked a huge result out of that one through some good play there. Newcastle 1, JT, they did indeed. Andy, JT, Cockney Rhyming Slang, Smith and Jones. Those subs messed up the whole game, Monster. The subs for them or the subs for us? Palmer, so bad. Now that's done, got my fingers crossed that geezer can't cut his hair tonight. United desperately need to do us a favour here. Oh, yeah, that would be huge if Man U could get a result against West Ham, wouldn't it? Would really alleviate a bit of that pressure there. 4 wins from 6 at home now keeps us up. Fancy that. You need good home form, my friend. You need good home form. And a point in London, of course, which is very, very good as always. Not something we always get at Leeds United. So Leeds win on aggregate. We do big time on aggregate. 4 points out of the 6. They get 1 point out of the 6. So that goes to tell you all you need to know. Very, very good point. And both times going into this game, Chelsea were on good form as well. Let's have that correct. Everyone wants to say, oh, well, Chelsea this, they're off. They got a new manager before they had injuries. No. Chelsea, when we played them last time at Ellen Road, they were going off the back of a draw against Arsenal. Yes, they had the Caicedo suspension from that game, which helped us, but they were 3 points, 4 points off a title rate, off Arsenal in a title race at that point in time. We smacked them about midweek. This time, they've been a decent bit of form under Rosenior, and we capitalised in key moments. They still couldn't keep us down. So let's call the game as it is. Let's not make excuses for Chelsea, and let's give Leeds United a bit of credit. Man United, go! 1-1. Now, I'm not going to celebrate. It just feels wrong for me personally to celebrate a Manchester United goal. But from a Leeds United perspective currently situating in the table, it is quite a good thing. But I can't really jump and down and celebrate. Can I? Can I not? I did it when Chelsea did it, didn't I? But I feel like Man United is just one step too far with that, isn't it? It's just one step too far with that. But yeah, as I said, let me know what you guys think down below as they do check that goal for VAR. Let me know down in the chat and, of course, the comments section down below how you guys thought that game went. Did you like Sparks' decisions? Do you think it was just really a lucky escape at the end for Leeds United there? Or do you think that the changes were smart, shrewd changes made at the right time? And speaking of things that do go against the grain of play for Leeds United, West Ham are back leading Manchester United 1-0 as things stand because, of course, that goal has now just been disallowed for VAR. But as I asked you guys earlier on, please let me know your feelings when it comes to Leeds United, your confidence. We currently sit in 15th place after 26 games. We've got 12 games remaining after this, and we have 30 points in the bank. How are you feeling confidence-wise from a Leeds United perspective? Please let me know down below. Chelsea are a multi-million-pound side. No excuses. Exactly. No excuses can be given. Leeds United, can you say we were fortunate? We were very fortunate. Are there a lot of holes in that teams that need to be sorted? Yes. But having said that, even though there are a lot of things that definitely need to be sorted out from a Leeds United perspective, we can't deny that it was a vital point and a vital time, and I have to credit the players for the heart and resilience they showed to keep themselves in that game. But as I said, let me know what you guys think. I think if I can give a standout performer, I liked Okafor when he was playing on the left when the Metro was up front. Once he went off, not so much. I'd probably have to lean towards either James Justin or Jaden Bogle if I was to give a man of the match. But let me know your guys' man of the match down below. For now, though, I will see you guys very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters. That was, of course, just me signing off the YouTube video that is going to be uploaded very, very soon. Thank you guys for partaking. Sorry if I wasn't reading the chat quite as much there. Just wanted to get into the flow of the video while I was feeling everything I was feeling from the game. It just felt a little bit more raw, a little bit more true. But yeah, Chelsea crap. GG's disallowed. Goal Man United VAR. Great live, brother. Thank you for popping in, Jaber. We're here every single week. When is our next live stream, you ask? Well, it is on Sunday at 12 o'clock against Birmingham. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that Birmingham game. Uh-oh. I need to let you know, I think there might be something that actually stops me from doing this Birmingham game. But other than that, every other game is all going ahead. But yeah, hopefully I'll be on Sunday, Jermaine. If not, then we're back our next league game, which is, of course, on the Saturday after that. But there's going to be a lot more content coming on the TikTok to keep yourself involved in. We're going to try and be there Sunday. I'll let you know if there was that thing that precludes me from being there. But if not, there's going to be more content coming your way thick and fast anyway. But thank you guys so much for popping in. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's always a pleasure to speak with you guys and watch these games live. It's just absolutely amazing. Couldn't ask for any more. All of you guys on the YouTube and the TikTok have both been absolutely phenomenal today. I can't thank you guys enough for your love and support. You guys have been amazing. Alan Duncan, Chelsea crap, Class JT, Mickey Young, class yourself, mate. OGG's disallowed. Chelsea are a multi-million-pound side, no excuses. Offside goal disallowed. Man, you have scored. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. I will go and upload that video now. And I do also really need to go to the toilet. Not going to lie to you. But thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait till we stream again. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters. Shout out to everyone, mate. All legends.